So today, obviously we're all on lockdown at the minute and we can't really go anywhere, so today I'm going to do a bit of work on the Civic. So what we've been doing, I'll take this off here, what we've been doing is making this box. You can see all these switches. No, I'm not going to put zombie lights on it. I don't even know why that's got a label of zombie lights on, but you can't get it off. So I'll have to make some switch little things to put over the switches. So I might try and wire this up today. Fuck. Yeah, so we're going to try and maybe wire this up today if I can. I've only got a few switches to put on, so I think I'm going to put the heater on one, the hazards on another. What else can I put on it? Heater, hazards, fog light, because it's got no fog light on my car. Obviously you need that for MOT reasons. I don't know why the fog light's not working, to be fair. I'm not sure. Yeah, so try and get this on. I've got to do a bit of wiring inside the car. What else we got to do? Put some of these. Yeah, I forgot I got these Jubilee clips for the intercooler, because I've got standard Jubilee clips. These are like the spring type. Hopefully these are the right size. I think I got the measurements right, but I'll have to double check. See if they work. If not, I'll have to go and get some more. Well, order some more, because we can't fucking go anywhere, can we? Yeah, so plan is to get all that on today. Jubilee clips, box, bit of wiring, and whatever other bits I've got. We've got a list of shit to do. Being as though we can't go anywhere anyway, need to get these last few things sorted. The car's got a bit of an issue at the minute. When it's idling, it's fluctuating slightly, and now I've got like a pop when it's idling. It'll just pop through the exhaust, which is really fucking annoying. It's alright when it's cold, but as soon as it starts getting warm, it starts popping. You know, it'll just idle and then you get a pop pop, and I'm like, what the fuck's that? So I took all the spark plugs out, and the spark plugs were black, which is really weird because the car hasn't been ran for over a year. So we cleaned the spark plugs, put them back in, and then it was fine. And then I turned the car off, left it for a few days, came back to it, and then it started doing it again. So I thought I'd take the plugs out again. Took the plugs out again, and then they were like getting black again and oily. So what I think's happening now is, I think where I've put the rocker cover seal on, the new one, where you've got the spark plug seals, I think they're leaking slightly, so it's getting the spark plugs oily, which is obviously not allowing it to spark properly. But once I clean them and put them back in, the car runs fine. So fucking hair is a fucking mess. Yeah. So I'll try and film what I can. I said that I'd try and do these little daily vlogs, see what I can do. I haven't vlogged a lot of the car because it just takes so fucking long. I weren't going to do any vlogs until the car was finished, and then I can just go out, get photos and do loads of other videos with the car, because trying to get the car done and film at the same time, fair play to everybody that does that. But it just takes up too much time setting the camera up, doing time lapses, blah 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 blah. So yeah, let's go and get this done then. So I need these gloves, this box. I don't think we'll have to do all that wiring just yet. Looking a bit grey today though. Yeah boy. Oh shit. If I can find the key. Hello Civic. Hey. So fuck. Fucking hell, it was hard to get in here. Put you there for a minute. So, we need to fit this box. Oh, fucking hell, camera. Ooh. Yeah, so, get this box fitted in here. Ow. Yeah, we've another thing we did is when I put the roll cage in, roll cage was slightly too long down to there. It ended up here, where on this side it was too long. If you can see, look, let me just zoom in. You see it was too long there, so we had to chop that bit out. Oh, yeah. So we had to chop that bit out on that side, and here, look, as you can see, it was too long, so we had to shorten it slightly, and we had to put obviously the bar that goes across the top here. Look, it's quite close to my head, which I think it just needs to. I think it just needs to go up more, because look, if you, like, it's quite. It's quite close. So I think this bar here needs to go up a little bit more, because there's still quite a. I don't know if you can see the gap there. Still quite a gap here. So I think we need to put this bar, which it has got these marked up, which I think this bracket here has to go here. But I'm going to try and get it up as high as I can, away from my head. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, my hair's a fucking mess, and she looks happy anyway. Yeah, so I'll show you where this box is going. Ooh. I think this is where we're going to be seating the box. It doesn't touch the gear shifter, look, and the handbrake is just out the way. We could tilt it like that slightly. What do you guys think there? I don't think that looks bad, but the only thing is, I can't really fit it anywhere else, because look, I have no dashboard. I mean, that would look perfect there, but the thing is, when I'm in my seat and I've got the harnesses on, I can't fucking reach the box. I mean, up against my seat there, I have to slightly move it away from my seat, but I don't know whether the passenger seat's going to hit this. Yeah, so I've got to figure that out. Yeah, I might just leave it there. So I need to make 2 tabs for this little, 2 little brackets. On the front. I don't think I need to make it on the back, to be honest. I think if I just put a tab on the front and drill and tap it, it'll be fine there. So yeah, that's going to go there. I've also got the fire extinguisher. I need to bolt, that needs to be bolted somewhere. I don't know where I can put that. I'm thinking about making some cup holders as well, because I've got nowhere to put like a drink or anything. Which is a bit annoying, unless I can like cut one into the door somehow, like down there. Oh yeah, I bought this as well, for the battery, so that obviously covers up over the battery, keeps all that out the way. I know you're supposed to have like a racing battery in the back, which I will get eventually. And then I've got all the metal at the back of the car where I've cut it out. All that needs smoothing. I need to get all that done, and get all the inside of the arches under sealed, and the cage needs painting, the interior needs painting, some of this wiring needs tidying up. So what I'm going to do today is, you can see this wiring here, look, from my clocks, all that needs tidying. We've ran the wiring down there, as you can see, but where the clutch pedal goes down, I don't know if you can see it, where the clutch pedal goes down, it's actually hitting the wiring. So I need to put like something on there, a bit of rubber or something. I need to get that butted up. Then wires there that are hanging down there for the electric window. Our Switzerland trip's cancelled. We're supposed to be going to Switzerland at the end of May in the cars and bikes like we did last time. And I don't know whether people have seen the trip when we went to Scotland. We always do these trips. So yeah, that's been cancelled. So we won't be able to do that. But I want that passenger window working for that reason. So when we do get to go on our trip this year, if this COVID-19, you know, if we can find a cure, or we can, you know, it'll just fuck off basically for everybody, to stop killing people and making people ill and everything, and people can just get back to normal, which we all pray for. So yeah, when we get to go on a trip at some point, if we can go this year, I want that working, because I want to take photos hanging out the window, get some rolling shots of the other guys' cars. Because as you lot probably know, I like my photography. So yeah, that needs to be working so I can hang out the window. Yeah, so we need to get that working as well. Yeah, so we need to get the window working. Need to get this box wired in. Need to get this bar for the cage put a bit higher and out the way, and then I'll get some foam tubing for it. The paint's going to get done later on in the year, at some point when I've got some more money to get the paint done and the bodywork. But I weren't worried about that. I just want to get it all, you know, as you can see. Let me turn it around. As you can see down here, you've got all the wiring down there. Ignore this red and black wire. That's just to get the heater working. But obviously it's going to be on the switch. But yeah, as you can see, some of this wiring here, we've neatened it up, simplified it, got rid of wiring we don't need. Once I get my Lexan windows, that bunch of wiring there will be all cut out through the whole loom, because it's not needed. Obviously got my racing heater there, all my wiring's been all simplified, and it's the only thing is, when I extended the wiring loom, I made it a little bit too long, but I wanted to make it longer instead of shorter and then have to do it again. As you can see, some of the wires are just chucked out of the way for now, up there and down there. But all them holes need plugging up as well, because obviously it's quite cold in here. You know, all these holes, I can feel the draft down here as well. I'm going to take the shifter off and put the rubber seal back on it. Yeah, you can see we've simplified the wiring as much as possible. But down here it's an absolute mess, all this fuse box and that, but I really don't know what to do with half of that wiring. I mean, all this here is just for the hazards and all that, but you can see down there, it's hard to sort all that wiring out because of where the fuse box is, and then I'd have to extend like every single wire to make them all fit nicely, and I don't really want to be extending wires. I don't want to really be extending wires that I don't really need to. I'd rather just, I don't know, somehow cover that so you can't see it, probably. I mean, I could simplify it even more, but it took me long enough to get the wiring done. I don't want to be doing any more wiring now. I'm sick of wiring. So this will be the last thing, wire this box up, get all the wiring for the gauges sorted, get my fog light, my hazards, my heater on these switches. Can use my USB chargers then, and my all my cameras can be charged, and laptop and whatnot when we'll go on these trips. So yeah, I don't know really what else to do with this video. I said that I'll put some videos up because I wanted to start doing this YouTube channel, but I said I'd do it when the car was finished. But obviously I can't go anywhere at the minute, and you know, I'll just might as well vlog what I'm doing on the car. I did start vlogging it when I took the engine out and this, that and the other, but I bought a new camera now because I was doing it on my GoPro, and to hold the GoPro and the external mic, and it just got awkward. So now I can just hold this camera and just film. It's so much easier. So yeah, I'm going to get cracking. I'll film what I can, but because I haven't got a mount in here to mount this camera, so I have to hold it. So I may just do the jobs and then film it after. So yeah, stay with me. Right, what I've done is connector block for your CD player. Obviously that's not connected to anything, but I've tapped into the wiring for the boost gauge and my oil pressure gauges and that. For some reason my oil pressure gauges don't work, and I don't know why. They haven't since I've had them. I bought the turbo kit second hand and they come with it. I can get them to power up, and they power and their lights come on, and then when they're connected to the oil sandwich plate, I bought a new sender unit and a new oil pressure, oil temperature sensor. I've wired them up with connector blocks and come straight back to the car, and they don't read any temperature or any pressure, which is weird. So I was thinking maybe it's the way I've wired the power up to the gauges, but I would have thought you only have to ground them and get power to them. But I don't know, I'm not really clued up about wiring and stuff. Even though I've done half the wiring myself in this car, I don't really fully understand it. So yeah, this plug's obviously redundant now. I don't need to use this plug, so I might as well cut all the wires back. The only wire that I do need to use is this one, which is a power wire. So I need that, and I need the black wire, which is a ground. So they're the only two that I think I need for the gauges. So I'm just going to trim all this wire back now, and that's all I need to do. Made a bit of a mess in here now, look, as you can see. I've been cutting all these, because these are like your sunroof, I think one of these is like sunroof wire. Don't know whether that's a sunroof wire. Your interior, I think one's, oh actually, fog light. So you've got fog light switch and rear heated window, which I don't use any of them anyway. I'm going to run a fog light off the box, make my own. So I've cut them wires out, don't need any of these 3 or 4. There's another one there, look, so I don't need that. That's what I had for my gauges. Oh, we can get focus on that, probably not. That's the wire I had for my gauges, and ran these 3 wires off it, just to run to the gauges. Got some power to it, but yeah. Yeah, so I've got rid of all that now. So I just need to cut the wires back, neaten the wiring up. I think that's it really. Once that's all pushed out the way and to the back, that's all sorted. So that's all neat and tidy, then I can push that out the way, just leave the yellow wire and the black wire for the ground. That's pretty much it. And then I've got to run two new wires down to the fuse box for the switches. I think I've run out of wire, and I need to extend the hazard wiring. I need to extend that to get to the box as well. And I think that's about it. But yeah, I'll check back in with you in a bit when I do this shit, because like I say, I've got no tripod. Shit in. Peace. I'm just going to get the bumper off now and put these clamps on. So I'm just going to do a little time lapse. I've done inside the car now, there's not much more to show. So I'm going to take the front bumper off now and put these clamps on. So, oh god, didn't get very far today. As you could probably tell, had to go and do a bit of shopping and stuff. And it's absolutely freezing out here. Freezing sat in my car, it's so cold. There's that many holes inside the car, the wind's just blowing through it. So I managed to just neaten some of the wiring up in the interior. And I put my Jubilee clip on the intercooler. That's all bolted up now. I've got 2 spares, but I'm not going to use them yet. If they blow off when I'm back on the street with it, if they blow off, then I'll just put the 2 new ones on, because they're like the spring compressed ones. Yeah, so I ain't really got a lot done today. I wanted to do the wiring and that, but I just can't be bothered now. So yeah, I'm just going to going home, get some food, just chill out for the rest of the night and start again tomorrow. So I'll finish this video off tomorrow. Peace out, homies. See you, kiddies. That's lockdown isolation. Fitness done.